2,000 subscribers already? That was pretty quick. Actually, nah, take that back. Why not celebrate this moment with a Q&A and a voice reveal as well? But for the newcomers, I usually do an AI voice to commentate inside my videos, and I'll try and pop up a video right now if I can show an example of it.
For this list I will all the monsters, ranking them from my least favorite to my most beloved monsters. This list is based on my opinion.
Yeah, that's right, it didn't really sound well, but anyways, let's get to the questions you guys asked. How are you not scared playing the Mimic alone? Well, when I first played the Mimic, I did in fact find it pretty scary, but over time, playing with my friends and continuously playing the chapters over and over again, I just didn't get scared that much as I used to. But sometimes when a new chapter comes out, I just kind of get nervous. How do you get that voice? When I was first watching a video made by Muntix called Things That Should Be Added in the Game, I was wondering if I could use the AI voice, but I needed to make sure I wouldn't also get copyrighted as well. Then I unexpectedly stumbled across TDS-MP3 and began using the female AI voice you guys know now.
For this list I will all the monsters, ranking them from my least favorite to my most.
Who are your top 5 Mimic monsters? Maybe out of the 40 monsters that are inside the Mimic, my top 5 monsters would most likely be Kusunoki, Rin, Shosai, Sukiya, and Kintaro. When did you join the Mimic? Okay, let me think about that one. Oh, if I remember correctly, I was stumbling on TikTok last year, I think, and I came across this random account, which I didn't know at the time, called Muckditch. The video I saw was titled, "If you're looking for a new horror game to play on Roblox." I just finished one over a month's work, lol. I'll show you the video. After looking at it, I got my friends to play with me because it looks pretty fun. And little did I know, my favorite game on Roblox would get me to over 2,000 subscribers. Which monster do you like better? The older versions or the newer versions? Well, this kind of depends. Some monsters were way better in the revamp, like kusunoki and hiachi, while some like shaku wasn't really that great at all. Which game mode trial is your favorite and which one was your least favorite? Probably out of the 6 game mode trials, I would probably choose the Nightmare Circus. Not only because the jump scares were pretty terrifying, it was probably because the game mode was mostly up to date. The other game modes were completely outdated, so the textures might be plain, and it wasn't freaky enough. But my least favorite game mode is the Kintaro Trials. This is exactly like Chapter 4, but the only difference is that you don't need to escape the house, collect 13 butterflies from the school, burn 6 cursed items. You just need to teleport to the last part, which includes destroying 3 of Sama's hearts, and using Kusunoki's Blessed Blade to destroy Sama in the actual boss battle. Which lanterns do you like the most inside the Mimic? Maybe out of the 15 lanterns inside the Mimic, maybe the ones I like the most is probably either the Shinigami lantern or the Lampus lantern. I just like the way they look, and the fact that they look almost identical to the monster they were based on. Which lantern did you obtain first? Nightmare only. From my memory, it was probably the butterfly lantern. I was complete idiots, and I didn't know what to do when I tried to complete this chapter. I did this solo without knowing the monster's AI path, and I didn't know there was a Discord server where you can recruit teammates, but they removed the option for those who are wondering. But it took me like 15 to 20 attempts solo, and one attempt with 4 other randoms. What lantern was the hardest to get for you to obtain for the easiest to the hardest? Maybe the easiest lantern I obtained was probably the Shinigami lantern. For this reason, I just got carried. That's it. When it came out, it was pretty difficult to get since people weren't familiar with it, and the fact that the monster was one of the fastest in the game, with speed similar to Fudomode and Kentaro. But I got this first try, not to flex though. And the hardest lantern to get for me was probably the spirit lantern. I'll go over it quickly since I just explained it, but I did it soloing without knowing the monster's AI path, and I finally found the Discord server to recruit teammates. What chapter is the hardest for you? Personally, for me, there's no such thing as the hardest chapter. All chapters have the same difficulty, but when there's a new chapter that comes out, it just gets kind of hard because I don't know what to do, and the objectives are kind of hard to identify. Who has the most satisfying sound effects? For example, Samus Hills, 10 ohms teleport sound. Oh, that's a good question. Give me a second on this one. Futau's humming. I don't know why, but I found it very calm and satisfying. I remember seeing the trailer called Duality featuring Futau and Mode. The humming in the background was great. I watched it like 5 times a day for like a week straight. Would you consider playing other games on your channel? There's a very high chance I will. I'll probably play other games like Bed Wars maybe, Doors, Tower Defense Simulator, or some anime games like Blox Fruit or Anime Dimensions. I don't really want to always focus on the Mimic since it's kind of hard to think of good video ideas for you guys to watch, and just because it just gets kind of repetitive if I do it over and over again. Which did you enjoy more, Book 1 or Book 2? I know Book 2 only has 1 chapter, but I do not know what to ask. I don't need to sweat at Marco. Even though Book 2 only has 1 chapter, I think it has the best gameplay so far. There are no jump scare boxes, there were no mazes, which a lot of people like since it got repetitive in the previous book, and the way the objectives are set out, it looks more professional. Book 1 was alright. I like the lore of it more since Book 2 just came out obviously, and I like Samus' cutscene though. I don't have the words to describe it. Question 1. What is the most expensive thing you have bought in the Mimic? To answer your first question, I did not buy anything in the Mimic actually. You guys might be surprised since other YouTubers probably spend the Robux on the VIP lantern or the 2 times lantern. But me, nah. I hardly spend any Robux. In fact, I forgot the last time I spent Robux. But it's probably most likely something less than 200 Robux. And your second question is, why did you start making Mimic content? Before I answer that question, somebody else asked me the same similar question. Poi1538 said, what is the inspiration for your YouTube channel? Well, for the inspiration for my YouTube channel came from a YouTuber called Vermax. I used to watch his Fortnite videos for a bit, but then stopped because the game got dry with the web shooters being vaulted, and the people that I played with slowly stopped playing the game, so I quit as well. But I was really fascinated how someone his age could be worth over 200,000 subscribers, and that inspired me to be a YouTuber or content creator, hopefully in the future. Before you played the Mimic release, which game did you play? Actually, I don't even remember what game I played before the Mimic, but it might have been Arsenal, I got a decent amount of kills in this game, a small level, and got accused of hacking sometimes. Or it could have been Tower Defense Simulator. I was probably grinding with my friends, I think, or trying to get the golden crates. I don't remember which game it was, but I can tell you what the first game I played on Roblox was called. Flood Escape. I was a guest, I think, when I played this game for the very first time, because I did not know how to create a Roblox account. I think the aim of this game is to escape the flood, of course. Yeah. May you help me escape and get all the lanterns. Gotta be honest right now, I'm too lazy to do it. I'm very lazy in person sometimes. I usually procrastinate a lot, and I do apologize for the long gap difference between the uploads. I usually get distracted or just lazy. I'm basically a couch potato. What's your favorite monster? My favorite monster could be Kusunoki at the moment. The reason I prefer him over the other monsters is mostly because of the detail that comes with him. Yeah, sure, the other monsters inside the Mimic have lots of detail, but none of them match up with him. Upon killing you, he uses katanas to strike you down, and then proceeds to scream out his vocal cords. And his detail can't compare to the other horror games you see on Roblox. I'm pretty sure Mark and his team uses Blender, which is why it's really detailed and freaky at the same time. And hopefully they put the time and effort into this one, cause I think the devs rushed it when this came out, because the community pressured them, I'm pretty sure. Who do you think is the fastest monster? Book 1 monsters only. Without going on to the wiki, the monsters I can think of that are extremely fast is Kentoru, Omukade, and Shinigami. If he counts, since you have to get through his throne in chapter 1. But maybe out of the 3, I think the fastest monster could be Shinigami. As soon as he encounters a player, he immediately dashes towards him holding his scythe out violently. And upon killing him, he uses his scythe to stab the player. You usually have like a couple of seconds before you find a safe hiding spot, or you immediately get killed, of course. But I have a feeling the fastest monster could be Sama. I don't know why. I just don't have the answer for it. And that concludes this video. I do apologize for the long upload. I just kind of got lazy and I had a bit of microphone problems. See ya.